General Hospital's father teases that it's time for the big secret to be revealed. This appeared to be related to Scott Baldwin's daughter, Karen Wexler. Of course, to be able to hide that secret for decades, Scott had a very difficult time and tried not to reveal it to anyone. But that's just a thing in the past. Now is not the time for Scott to continue to keep silent anymore. It's time for Scott to tell the truth. When Jason Morgan, John Case, and Jax Heller are all in town at the same time. As fans may know, Jason Morgan and the Bats actually had a different name, which was Jason Quarterman. Even at that time, Jason was also having an affair with Scott daughter Karen. There are many people who believe that Jason and Karen were not only close to each other, they may even have been in love with each other around that time, but Jason's boss in the past, Sonny Corrento, is also related to Karen. This relationship between Jason and Karen didn't last too long. It ended later and Karen started with a new man. That person is none other than John. In contrast to the love of Karen and Jason, Karen and John fell in love and decided to marry each other. They also left town to live somewhere else, but their marriage didn't last too long. Because soon after they divorced, Karen decided to return to town alone. Meanwhile, John did not go with Karen, but continued to stay out of town. Because Jason and John were once in love with the same woman, Karen, problems began to arise in their friendship. Of course, there were also some problems related to Karen's death, which was when John put all the responsibilities for Karen's death on Jason and Sonny, because John thought that Jason and Sonny had implicated Karen. But in reality, Karen died of illness. The truth is that around the time Karen and John left town to get married, Karen was already pregnant. Of course, John didn't know this until they got home together, which led to the final argument and John divorced Karen. The question is to whether Karen gave birth to the baby or not. And if this baby was born and alive, where he is. It is possible that both John and Karen's father, Scott, knows the truth. This child is Dex Heller, but Dex may be someone who doesn't know his origins. Instead, Dex was adopted and treated quite poorly by his adopted parents, causing Dex to hate his parents. But in reality, Dex's biological parents are Jason and Karen's. Because John knew that Dex was Karen's son with Jason, John always saw Jason as an enemy. This explains why John deliberately sought out Jason, then John forced Jason to work secretly for the FBI. John took revenge on Jason silently and quite successfully because, according to the agreement, for the past 2.5 years, Jason was not allowed to let people know about Jason's assistant. Even the punishment did not end. And Jason was not able to see his loved ones. Of course, Jason was very angry and wanted to know why John did what he did. And everything will soon be clear in the near future. Now that Dex, John, and Jason are all in town, maybe Scott will get them all together to tell the truth to solve some problem.